that the way to equality was through inclusion and integration. And we see now that ain't been no integration. You can't find one country where black, dark, melanated people are accepted in a country where it's predominantly another race. Even Chinese folk, they don't like either. But what we were taught was that we're going to somehow come together in a melting pot and we all would have this brotherhood and just love each other. That's what we were taught. But the Most High said that now you say, well, how are you getting that these people right here in Deuteronomy are the same people? Well, I just told you, I've explained it many times. For you to say that we're not the people, then you got to show me who else went into a land with an Egyptian government for 400 years in ships. You got to show me that. I'll listen to you, but you better show me that. Because this was a way for God's people not to be totally wiped out. We will have an identifying mark by our bondage. Now, it's not just the ones that came in ships, because they didn't steal, or not slaves, because before they was on the ship, they were not slaves. But all of the people from the slave coast and from the different parts of West Africa, they didn't steal everybody from West and Southern. It's really West Southern Africa. They didn't steal everybody. They stole some. So that means a lot of our people are still there. It's the very reason why this government spent so much money trying to keep the African Americans away from the Africans. Because a lot of our people, they were scared we go over and see things about ourselves and realize who we really are. So a lot of our people are still there, amen? And there's going to be a reconnection. And it says, because now, then you'd have to prove to me that if any race that went into bondage, they would have to still be there. Because this don't fit nobody else. Everybody's trying to be Israel. Did you know the British say they Israel? The Irish say they Israel. Everybody wants to be Israel. But they have to fit the bondage of the book. They have to fit that. Remember, a psalm said there would be a conspiracy of nations where they would erase Israel from being a people. This is what slavery really was. It wasn't just servitude. It had to do with these people knew the book, had the knowledge, knew that there was a people. It's the same, but basically the people that did the slaving had an understanding. This is the reason why your name was changed. Why would they change your name? Your name ain't a threat unless your name is an identity marker. Because these people have certain special names that will identify who they are. They couldn't have brought you here and be calling you Elijah and calling you Isaiah. And you reading the Bible, they say they believe, and you say, well, my name is Isaiah, well, his name is... So they had to change your name. Why? Because the goal was to destroy you from ever knowing who you were. The goal of slavery in America was you to never be free. It was supposed to be, slavery was perpetual. That's why all the laws in this nation was set up to still oppress you. Because it was not set up for you to be here. They told you in the beginning. That's why I don't understand Martin Luther King. They said in the beginning that these laws were set up not for you. When Dred Scott tried to take him to court, they said there is no law that a white man has to obey concerning a black man. They said you're 3/5 human. Did y'all know a lot of that stuff is still on the book? They didn't take it off. Why? Because that's the true spirit of the nation. The problem is we believe, it ain't that we believed it. There was another people here. I said it before. I ain't going to get in there. That's going to take it to another way. But I've taught you before, there was another people here that was kind of treated no better than us at one time. They didn't deal with them, so they got up above them. And now these are the people that's running everything. I ain't got time to get into that. And they keep putting your face out there like you the enemy, and they destroying them. So you would have to be, because the Irish, somebody was online said, see, this is the Irish. See, because Irish was the one that came here in ships. Do you know there's a country called Ireland? Meaning y'all know exactly where y'all going and where y'all been. Y'all name wasn't changed from McConaughey, and you still got your name, and you was not bondmen and bondwomen. You was called indentured servants, meaning working off the debt stuff. That's not the same as chattel slavery. It's different. This is why they don't like you talk. They want to explain away your whole, explain away your pain. Let's move on. They even teach immigrants when they come here to know, don't get involved in all that. Don't worry about it. They don't want nobody to know. They make like we complaining, like we ought to be happy because we're here. But even though life will be hard, life could be hard in a lot of different places.